Good morning, everyone. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you for addressing Kumar, and thanks to the RAI team for hosting this rise here in New Delhi. दिल्ली वाले थोड़े से लेट होते हैं, लेट उठते हैं, लेट ज्वाइन करते हैं. यहाँ 10:30 बजे ऑफिस चालू होती है, तो आपको बॉम्बे की आदत है, कुमार. So we need to repair that. But anyway, thank you all for coming in. So we are seeing retail uh, getting into a lot of rocky after coming out of the rocky grounds and rocky journey that we have had since COVID. So we are seeing a lot of innovation coming in. We are seeing a lot of creativity coming in. We are seeing a lot of new ways of retail getting generated in this particular environment, and that is what is making things easier for a lot and making things difficult and tougher for some. So that's how retail is working, and every retailer, whoever is associated with retail, and every retail organization, we'll all need to, we are all looking up to changing our mindset, getting a lot of new proposals, getting a lot of new technology, and technology is definitely something which is very important. We all realize that, we all understand that as retail is growing and the way retailer and the consumer both are changing their mindset towards consumption, changing their mindset towards the need. Whatever we are seeing, which is coming up with the Gen Z population, and whatever that we are seeing because of that Gen Z population behaving little differently, because they are the people who are born with a mobile phone. They are the people who are dealing with their mindset and their moods, their swings, their aspirations, their understanding on what they want to consume and where or spend on is becoming very difficult, and where do they want to spend on. So I think it is the most important area that we need to solve if retail has to look future, because that Gen Z is the largest audience which is going to consume tomorrow and even today. So and we all need to understand what are they going to do, because there are different kind of Gen Zs that we realize. There are people who want to be very sober, and kids who want to be very aggressive, and who have their different pattern of shopping. So fast fashion, the Gen Z fashion, the influencer-led shopping behaviors. All the influencers are becoming so big stars and models, and that's what is driving what I would say aspiration. That is where aspiration leads to consumerism, and fashion consumerism, especially where most of the retailers are aligned. But and even on the other commodity consumerism, there is a lot of these influencers are creating so much of impact on the buyer, on the customer. So we all need to understand that how do we change the ways we used to do our business? How do we start looking up to all of those things? Looking at the consumer, change in the behavior, change in the pattern which they shop at. So all of these are actually making the retailer very busy with the brick and mortar, the our old traditional style of retail that does continue, because 80% of that is still true, and that is where we are. But that 20% edge, if you want to create, we need to adopt these newer things, and we need to adopt this newer technology, the newer processes, the newer mindset, the new workforce as well, because even the new workforce is thinking very differently. They are very impatient, they are very ambitious. They want to work less, want to work more from anywhere, everywhere. So how do we try and bring in all of those together, where our brick and mortar store needs people on the floor, brick and mortar, even the business that we are in, the kind of the process, the supply chain management, everything is in person. So how do we really motivate these workforce? How do we generate? How do we work with regulators in trying to think over those part-time jobs, hourly jobs, because this is what it is going up. Because वही अब हर आदमी चाहता है कि भाई हम काम करें, बट कुछ समय के लिए करें, मेरे को जो काम करना है जब करना है तब करूं. So how do we bring in all of those together? How do we bring in this whole women force into our retail fraternity a little more? Because there are restrictions that we have, because brick and mortar retail works till 10 o'clock in the evening, and women employees want to go at 7:30 and 8 o'clock in the evening. So how do we gel all of those together, so that this whole diversity actually comes to rescue retail, and that's how retailer can actually act as a big ambassador to all of these causes as well. And then we need to really be And retailers are becoming little more aware about sustainability, about waste management reduction, because we have to work towards those packaging material reduction, and all of these things are also very, very important, because the government has also become very, very active on all these areas. We are seeing a lot of regulations coming in. We are seeing a lot of regulation on sustainability. We are seeing a lot of regulations also coming in for the betterment of our retail operations. And lot of work has been done by the DPIT, and then Bejoy is here, and we will hear from him as well. What is the government trying to do? There's a lot of digital activities, digitalization, which has been promoted by the government, and that's a very good news. And India is the digital front runner in the entire world, and we are actually creating that space, and we are actually creating those technology onto use for this 125 crores people and population. And that is the most important unique thing which is happening for retail in India, or even this ONDC which is coming. So how do we actually we have seen the real success of e-commerce, the real success of marketplace commerce. We have also seen the good success of this what we say technology, bring in processes, bring in some people management skills, bring in some more learning about the supply chain management, have that supply chain management mindset, use technology for the supply chain management, and then definitely India is a great producer country. India has the top production houses, and then India can grow on the production as well. And that is where I think India is building up, and we are seeing a lot of work happening. RAI team is really working hard to with the government on a lot of those changes. A lot of those changes has been brought in. We'll hear more from Bijoy as well. And DPIT is working towards also changing those retail policies, and then bringing in new policies and aligning the state government and the central government within those policies. There are still a lot of areas where we find problems every day, day in, day out. We'll definitely want to win over all of those. But still, let me just tell you, we have got a great future. We definitely have tough times. We have lot to do, both physically and digitally. There is lot more that is demanded by our customer. There is lot more meetings. There is lot more contracts. There is lot more channels that we are driving right now. We definitely want to do all of those, but we will also have to be very, very simple in our approach. We'll have to be very, very crisp and clear on our approach. Otherwise, we'll lose our base. We'll just work for those fringes around. So we don't want to do that. We need to also be very focused on our core proposition that we want to deliver to our customer. And that is how retailers will be always profitable and will always keep growing. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen.